Hello, and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. My name is Zenu. I'm your restreamer today, but I'm not important. What is important is the runners. We have Montgol and Kitcot in a Season 6 winner losers bracket round 1 game 2. And on comms we have Clarion and Alex, and I'm going to leave it to them for the rest.
Yo, what's up, party people?
Hey. Yep. Game 2. Kit Mont. I believe Kit is up a game. Unless I'm mistaken.
Indeed he is.
I'm sure everyone can see it with the yellow boxes on their screen.
There's one thing I'm certain of. One of the runners won game 1.
That is, well, I guess not guaranteed, but yeah, that's very likely.
Alright, you know what?
Draws are not
right.
very common. I actually don't remember the last one I've seen.
I don't think there was a single one in Season 5. that I can
Probably
think of.
not. It has to be within 2 seconds, so it's like, basically just doesn't happen.
Yep.
It could, though. It very well could. And yeah, and we could even see it today. But I don't know if we will. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm trying to think about like I always try to think like, the runner's preference and like what do they like to do and what do they try to like, openers and stuff. I'm not actually sure for either Kit or Mont. I don't really watch them do that many like streamed races, to be honest.
Whenever I'm racing against Kitcot, it's usually just a non-recorded, so I don't actually know either, to be honest. I imagine he does the swim to Western Ferry.
I'm sure we'll probably see a swim, but it's gonna, also depend on like what the hints end up being and everything. So we'll see. Also, I don't know who Paul Hood is.
I don't know either.
Does that mean someone in chat? You'll have to tell us. Does that mean anything? Is Paul Hood? Last Montgol afterwards.
All I can think of is Paul Blart with the Montgol.
We got Jay versus Paul Hood. The true rivalry. The one that you never see coming.
Paul Hood better watch his back.
It's a DRI starting, apparently. Alright, what do we got? We've got Earth Temple, we've got Tower of the Gods, we've got Forsaken Fortress. Ooh, nothing on Mother and Child. That already makes me not like the swim as much.
Yeah.
Speaking of the swim.
I know you're
not that that's like the worst thing.
Forsaken Fortress sail.
Yeah, especially if Forsaken Fortresses in Logic, I do like to just sail. So especially if you don't need Mother and Child, I think I would personally not, but also I do definitely agree. I think Tanjo was somebody who was talking about this, how it's nice to have an opener that you just plan to do like pretty much all the time, because then you can sort of use that as like, okay, time to start thinking about other things in the meantime.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You can use it as like a little bit of like a buffer situation. So I imagine we'll probably see some dips over to the Wind Shrine, not necessarily, but I figure if you're here, it's probably worthwhile, and
might as well grab it.
Yeah, we'll go from there. And it seems like Kit is, in fact, doing that. So we shall see. It's a Sphere Zero, but and you could be like, oh, well, I'll come back, for other checks, and you want to do it together. But if you're here,
could be something very handy. I mean, definitely grab it while you're here.
Yeah.
Peek the chest on top of the boulder. Maybe even sail. I would probably sail the Crescent afterwards, too.
Yeah, I would definitely consider the Crescent sail, yeah. Probably a little bit too early for paw print, most likely, but you could think about it. Just expect to have to at least double dip it since it's right here, but it's hard to say. Like Kit's gonna peek the top of the boulder. That was spiky, so a little bit of a knowledge check. I'm gonna pop in for Beetle as well. Oh, some stonks. Some return investment, 20 for 100, big.
Oh,
actually, depending on, it could be like worth it. Depending. I'm probably not. It's one of those things where if I had the 20 rupees already, you buy that guaranteed, because then you're just set on money. But
yeah.
Kit peeking it ahead of time without it, I'm not gonna see it.
I'm sure we'll get some sort of money somewhere on Windfall.
Yeah, there's a really good chance. Yeah.
TWWR.
Maybe after Windfall. If you still don't have like a random silver or orange rupee, then maybe you're like, all right, if I have to go in there for bait later or something, I know that that's sitting in there for me. I'll have plenty.
Yep.
Okay, and Kit went to Crescent, and Mont is also going to Crescent. Looks like Crescent is nothing. So,
Interestingly, inside Mother and Child does look spiky, and it is foolish.
oh,
So maybe
that
Tingle
is
Statue could be
interesting.
some mail. Guess we'll see.
Yeah. Well, it'd be crazy if it's something like delivery bag. Delivery bag
lot of stuff.
could be, and it could be big knowledge too, because it also means that Cabana, like inside Cabana, is nothing. And I sometimes play like people will still try to break in without the means, because that was a pretty common play in the past. I've stopped doing it as often, just in case the Cabana deed ends up being like in a barren location.
Yeah.
I like to wait till I at least have it, but it sort of depends. Kitcot is going to be doing a swim, so it'll be flashing, little flashing images on his side, so if you find those uncomfortable, I'll let you know when he's done swimming. And Mont is over at Windfall, and we're going to check Northern Ferry first, probably hoping to find something like a Picto, or speaking of delivery bag, potentially that as well, before clearing some Windfall stuff.
Very clean on Kitcot's end, finished with the swim, so you can look back now.
Swim's over.
I don't see anything on the screen that he could have stored at the moment, so...
Yep. Which is not too surprising.
Very slim
It would be, if it was something like a wallet, though, it would be interesting. Little barren wallet action. I have double ferry. So, Western Swim believers, let's see what you got. Oh, I hate that.
Big money, big money.
I hate that. I hope Magic is just in hell somewhere. I didn't see if we had 2 single statues there. It was a little bit too fast for me. That's the other thing I was looking for. But I didn't see any other items, so it's not like it was delivery bag or whatever. So there's a decent chance it's just like Moblin's letter or something.
Well, we saw Moblin's letter on Montgol.
Or yeah, I guess true. It would be like Maggie's
the other letter. Maggie's letter.
Which it's funny, if it ends up being like Maggie's or Note to Mom, and we end up storing some chests before we get delivery bag, we might not know like which one it was, and so that could be like a little bit of, quote unquote wasted time, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think Mont is a big super swimmer. I don't want to say that. I can't say that for sure, but I don't think so. So I imagine we won't see Mother and Child from him. So we may never know what that item was. We'll see.
We could grab a ferry, depending on how early we get that bottle on Tingle Island.
I think Island looked dead on Mont's side. Little Forest Haven peak action. Oh, here we go. Roll clip test. How warmed up are we? Second try, that's pretty damn good.
Baby Jabun's cave. This is where you can tell how the other one's gonna go.
It tells if you're locked in or not. Yeah, exactly. It really does. Well, French vanilla.
Yeah, wrong side of the island.
Yeah. Grandma's
Mesa
been hanging out over with Mesa. Hey yo.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. This is true.
Hot off the press.
Alright, we got the Cliff Plat Classic from Montgol. Let's make our way through. I don't think we know anything about Bird's Peak, right? So
no.
I think this is just pretty standard. Ooh, a red rupee spawn. Alright, well, Mother and Child was not Cabana deed. So it may have been Maggie's letter. Or it may have been a Tingle statue and we just haven't seen. Keep your eye on Kitcot's save warp screen in the
Interestingly, we had a bottle hinted on Tingle Island, so that would mean Grandma's foolish if it's...
It would be, you're right, it would be. But yeah, if there ends up being like... Well, I think at that point there probably wouldn't be another bottle, or maybe there would be. I'm not sure.
Maybe. But yeah, we got magic.
Oh, and we got hammer for Mont. Yeah, so I'm really mad about that Western swim. Well, I guess Mont does have hammer now already.
Yeah, hammer early means the leaf won't be as big an advantage as it could have been.
But God, yeah, that's messed up. I'm not happy. I don't like when Western... Well, I mean, it's whatever. I just, as a non-Western swimmer, generally speaking, this seed might have been a little rough. Not gonna lie. And nothing in job wounds, so. But we have the ability to do golf and could think about diamond step early, actually.
Yeah, chain those two together, pretty nice.
Yep.
Swim to islet afterwards, maybe as well. Although maybe you do islet after great fish.
Hmm.
Tough call.
Oh, was golf must have been hinted. It
Was it?
was. Yep, it was. That would make sense.
I'm not seeing it in the list of hints.
One of the location, the foolish, the Baron.
Oh,
Ooh, and
I'm
birds. Here we go. What's you got? What you got? Ghost Ship Char. Okay, that's actually a pretty nice early pickup. Although Mont doesn't have the best utility to deal with it. We do have Hammer, which makes it not so bad, but a ranged weapon can be a big deal.
Yeah.
In case you get the really high up spawn. The one benefit of the hammer can actually hit the off the ground spawns for the Wizrobe. The hammer's long enough to
Hammer,
to
the
hit.
Master Sword. Both
Yeah,
work,
exactly.
as long as you position yourself well.
And that's another thing that Kit could have stored in Mother and Child, which we now know he didn't. So, and we'll see Mont sail straight up to Thorn. So that cliff hammer, pretty nice.
Oh,
Often
yeah.
it's one of the things that like you sometimes wait if nothing's hinted over there. You'll sometimes wait to try to greet out hammer, but the early cliff play is paying out. And Mont never, because I think Northern ended up having an item. Mont never reset to Windfall, so we still have not seen any Windfall stuff. Feels like a bit of an organic routing moment. It's like, well, if Northern has something, I guess I'll continue checking elsewhere. And if it doesn't, then it's Windfall time.
One spiky and diamond step here.
And speaking of Ghost Ship Chart, what does vanilla Ghost Ship Chart location have? Command
Man.
melody. Well, that's a pretty
Not very
boring
exciting.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even very necessary on this seed. No wind temple. That's the hard forest required command.
You're gonna get the islet super swim, so if you're photosensitive, look away from Kitcot side
Yeah,
of
it's
the screen.
gonna be another flashing image situation. All right, what's Thorn happening on Mont? A sword. All right.
Alright, pretty good.
We'll take those.
Oh yeah, double
That'll
damage.
also make Ghost Ship a little bit easier. Though Mont is still on first day as well, so this could easily become a situation of do windfall stuff, or maybe even do like nighttime a little bit, like Mila action, and then although we did already go up to Crescent thinking about it, so maybe he'll end up trying to pick it up at Diamond Step instead. Oh, is Ghost Ship dead? Never mind.
Alright,
It was.
well,
Alright, ignore me. Never mind, not that useful. Dang, unlucky. Speaking of unlucky, Islet's nothing.
Yep.
But Kit does get to pick up rupees here, which can be pretty important.
turn those rupees into 100 extra at Beetle's shop ship.
That's true. We can actually collect our stonks. Goes for the void strat. I actually keep meaning to time that. I don't remember what I ended up with.
If it's like wooden, you just run back to your boat versus
I think save warp is best,
just
but it might depend. It might depend if you get like a good void, but I don't know. I know if you're going to Needle Rock, it's definitely better to save warp because the boat starts partly towards it. If you're warping away, it might be a little bit different.
see.
It's very strange, but it's also one of the situations where it's all pretty comparable, so it really doesn't matter that much.
We got a bit of a divergence here.
Yep,
Kitcot
Kit's doing
three.
the classic nighttime first clear. Which now that I know Ghost Ship is dead is
Just
becomes,
fine. You don't have to
becomes
worry about
even
that.
a little bit better. I mean that's like the main that'd be like one of the sometimes the main concern for not doing it.
Yeah. Don't worry
We
about your
get to
Ghost Ship
see.
cycles, not to pick it up in an awkward spot.
Yeah, we get to see Mont's bright red shoes. Mont has told me in the past that he made sure to give his model bright red shoes to make visual cues with Link's feet easier.
That's actually so smart. What
Which
the
is
heck?
very smart, right? It's
Gigabrain.
like super smart little strat. Shout outs to the Simple Flips, the Toon Flips model. I think Mont is the only one I see use it.
Yeah.
You know, hey, we're getting any model rep, any new model rep that we see, I'm happy to see. You know, the more that we get, the better. Collecting a little bit extra rupage. I guess we may need a little bit more. Ooh, and getting the green.
That is terrible RNG.
Cursed seed? Question mark? Cursed run?
It'll
Double
give us some
greens?
frame perfect backflip balls.
Only got the guaranteed 5. Kit's opting for the water break mid Mila, which I think that's probably a
huge water
smart.
bottle.
It's a big water bottle. Yeah, y'all can't see it, but it's like a 2-liter bottle. Hey, stay hydrated. I got a glass of water here, although it's mostly empty at this point. I had it filled before comms, and then I just freaking downed most of it.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Alright, Mont, what are we thinking here? Alright, we're just gonna start hide and seek. Okay. I wasn't sure if Mont was generally a door canceller on that one either, but
yeah,
I'm gonna assume no, seeing as we're not doing it. Or there is the less common version of you set up the door cancel and then you do it catching like Ivan at the very end.
Catching the very last kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Psychopath method.
I call it the backup method as well sometimes.
If you void out, yeah.
Yeah, if you accidentally void, yeah. I don't know if I've seen House of Wealth yet.
Nope.
I don't know if Mont's gone in there. Yeah, Nero's Pearl.
Got
Oh,
one
we need it.
in Tot G. We could do.
Yeah, that's all the pearls. I don't remember if we got any of them out of logic, but not that it really matters. We don't have bow or bomb, so if Kit goes in there, I'll be mad at him.
They're all sphere 0, so.
Anyone for a little hop across Gamba? Gamba? Here we go.
Never check hop across. It's always the small key.
Well, Nappy, you were the premier Malin model representative. Now that you've dropped her.
I'm pretty sure we know where our bombs are, Koala, at this point. We're running out of spaces for that Fire Mountain to Helmrock path. We've got a hammer in logic, we've got a leaf in logic, we've got magic in logic.
Helm.
So I'm pretty sure it's got to be bombs at this point.
I don't know. Could be anything. Yeah, it's probably bombs. It's probably bombs. And hey, we got our bow at least.
Yeah, one step closer.
A little taunt drop.
Hot new storage method just
I thought Mont was like... So he's doing the root thing. Interesting.
Whoa. I
don't see that often. For the briefest moment, I was like, "Wait, Mont, but you don't got the door cancel, my guy." It looked like the normal path that people take for door cancel kids, but I'm like, wait a second. But I can go off the tree root there and get over the wall.
Interesting. Never seen that. You learn something new every day.
It's like an old classic. Old classic. I think that's a slightly different variation than I'm seeing usually. So you do get the benefit though of the non-door cancel version, where they take you from all the way down there to all the way up here. Catching Ivan last always feels kind of bad because he takes you about like 5 feet. Or if you freaking, if he really gets away from you, then it actually is like 5 feet.
Yep.
You're like already up there. So. There, we got little footstep retracing. Although Kit's been done a little outset stuff and has a freaking Western leaf, which makes me mad.
Yeah.
Although Mont did get delivery bag. Yeah, I actually kind of forgot that we picked it up. So yeah, there's a decent chance, yeah. But the only problem is Mont might be like, well, I'll try to wait for leaf.
That's the kicker.
To do Greyfish, and you literally won't be able to this seed. But hey, hammer, master sword. Maybe you can just do Forsaken Fortress anyways, right? Like, you just pop there, you let the guns shoot the door open, easy peasy. Alright, so it looks like mother and child was note to mom.
Alright. So,
Next, Kit does not have the Did not have Moblin's letter or any other like baited letters stored, so should hopefully realize that that was the mother and child and not bother mailing it.
Yep.
So that'll be good. Probably not the amount of information that he was hoping to find out when he saw it was a spiky in a foolish location.
Yeah, we hope for something, maybe Picto, delivery bag,
Yeah.
the big ones.
God, the freaking yeah, or delivery bag would be crazy.
You get to see Cyclos here. It's the last Great Sea check that we haven't seen yet. We have a Great Sea path to Jahala, but that could be the Pearl on Salvage Core.
Oh, that's true. That could.
Had the Cabana deed, so.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, also the Pearl could just be that there's something in Earth Temple, Earth Temple in Tower of the Gods.
Yeah.
Which would put Earth Temple very deep, I would say, because... Well, let me see, it would put Earth Temple behind Fire and Ice checks. Right? No. Maybe.
Yeah.
We're
Most
debating
likely.
if Fire Mountain has bombs, which we think
Most
it
likely
might
it
because of
does.
the Helmrock path.
Everything else is
So,
logic, so.
Yeah.
I guess that's one of the good things. If you're following the hints, you don't get baited into out of logic shenanigans in Taji.
Mm,
You don't get baited into early Earth Temple stuff.
true.
That leaf and the command melody.
Yeah, I guess in knowing that Path to Helm was behind Fire and Ice checks, it's like, yeah, maybe early Forsaken is not that great. Another Tingle statue.
Number 4. We're just missing one now. We can get that bottle that was hinted on ankle.
Could be good. Why does Mont have so much more money than Kit? What did Mont do here that Kit didn't?
Skill issue. He went to Birdspeak Rock.
No, but Kit farmed an islet. Or islet. Yeah, islet. Ah, the kids had money. There we go.
Oh, okay,
Or,
that too.
I think teacher had money, actually. I think the kids gave a statue. Classic statue. Now we're going to see Cyclos for Mont. Speaking of statues. Here you go, paw print. So Kit does have magic and leaf, so we don't have any explosives or rock removal abilities. However, there is a leaf strat to get the right side boulder. Not super commonly seen just because of the fact that we randomize magic now. I feel like you're often clearing out paw print before you have leaf and magic.
Much rare.
So it'll be cool to see. Yeah. It is always awkward though if that's your plan and then the left boulder has something too, because you have to leave and come back.
Yeah. That's
a
when
huge
it gets
pain.
a little messy.
And it becomes a situation where you're like, oh, do I check the right boulder first? Because you might be able to, if right boulder ends up being nothing, you can just either get back in bounds earlier or you can void. And then you don't have to like completely save warp and reset.
Nothing so
So
far.
we'll see what Kitcot does. Yeah, not a lot in paw print, so kind of big boring here. All right, so well, we won't see what the option select is because the left boulder is nothing. We will, however, see the leafing strat and find out that right boulder is something. And we're back in bounds.
Put back in bounds there.
A little bit too high. A little bit too high. Yeah, something I actually like to do for this check is when I jump off the boulder, I just like wait a while to actually pull leaf, like a little bit longer than you might want.
So you're at
like
the
another
good
like
height.
another half a second, yeah. So then usually by the time I reach this this part, I don't really have to like drop height.
Yeah, because this is when I get
'Cause
worried.
that's the thing I'm worried about. Yeah, is you drop a little bit too low.
No.
Oh, so close. It's okay.
He was very close.
We'll just be able to reset here. There is some magic drops here, but I think the save warping is probably just faster because the magic I think is random. I don't believe there are any set spawns there.
I'm surprised we didn't see Kitcot warp to Dragon's Island like Mont did. You get a couple extra checks there. And you go to Paw Print afterwards, maybe you get, I don't know, power bracelets or something. Just on the off chance. You could say you could save it for Fire Mountain too.
Could be trying to save it for Fire Mountain. I mean, it has the ability to full clear paw print, so. Although I guess can't go to
He
Eastern
sailed from Northern
either.
Triangle, which is why. It's
Oh,
a fair bit of a
that's a good
sail.
point. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not sure then. Yeah, because if you're going from Windfall, it is actually a little bit faster to go from Windfall to Paw Print rather than Dragon Roost. It's about like an 8 to 10 seconds. I think Fly Around had something. Yeah, it looks like Mont's setting up for the Wind Waker dive.
Alright, Kitcot's in.
Is it worth it? I mean,
guess.
kind of.
Take those.
Oh, Eastern was dead. All right, never mind. Thank you, chat. Eastern was hinted dead, so yeah, I don't know. That works. Yeah, from Northern, maybe not, but I imagine maybe he's probably trying to plan for a. I mean, we got one bow or one bow off already has magic, so literally just looking for one more item before we can do what is essentially max speed Fire Mountain because we have the leaf too.
Yep.
So the leaf does make Fire Mountain a little bit faster. Yeah, and Kit's got other stuff to check, so.
We got a couple checks here. We
Yeah,
got
like
Private
these forest
Oasis. Kit might be following that path hint, which could be a bow.
That's true. We already have. Oh no, he doesn't have the hammer yet. He'll have to do Cliff first.
Yeah,
But we do already have Cabana access. That's so early.
it is really early.
Hookshot does speed that up though. There's another sword for Mont on the fly around check. We've got almost full Master Sword for Mont, and we've got Butter Knife for Kit. But he'll be picking up those before too long. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Cliff here. Because Kit does have the grapple, so it's probably currently planning. You check these, and then you have Cliff. You plan to take the storage to Thorned because you don't have Hammer, and then you'll go back for Birds. And then at that point, he'll probably realize that he's stored the hammer. I think that was Boomerang. And
Is it?
yeah, I think that's what it was. Deciding not worth it.
I don't blame him. Fair enough.
How does hinted required Fire Mountain make me feel? It's bound to have an item once in a while, I guess. So,
Seed lets you know every time it's required.
yeah, and it lets you know most of the time that it's not. And if anything, it's probably better for me to run a seed where it tells me I'm gonna have to do it, because otherwise, our last location and it has an item.
True.
So if anything, I should be happy that if its seed tells me.
Let's see, what do we have? Really, we've got Great Fish, the Hidden Chest. We've got Zunari Trading, Maggie Delivery, Private Oasis, and then Angular and Hop Across, I guess, is our remaining stuff that we haven't seen yet. It's like Mont stored a
it's
shard.
seeming like there's a decent chance that there's just going to be a bow hanging out somewhere. That'll end up leading to Fire Mountain. Could even be just Cabana.
Yep.
So a lot of early overworld stuff happening. We do have Mont here over on Paw Print, so this will, unless he chooses, I'd be very surprised if Mont goes for the double storage shenanigans. I imagine this is going to be a double dip for Mont, since we know that's a shard behind the Great Boulder.
That early leaf really helped Kitcot out routing this cave because...
Now does Kit check his inventory? He may check it when going to save, because usually people, as they're flying by Bird's Peak, will save.
Yep.
Just to see. But I often will do this exact same thing, which is just like, you just assume that you don't have anything. Oh, he's not even doing the save strat. He's just taking it straight to Thorn and we'll go back to Birds. Alright, well...
I don't know if it's faster or not, to be honest. I just do it.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's also one of those things where it's kind of like, if you do it and then you have to go back for it, then it is just straight time loss. So.
Oh, is it hinted?
Oh, it was Thorn hinted? Alright, well then, there you go. That's all the reason.
Disregard.
Yep, disregard. This makes sense. Yeah, so unfortunately for Kit, won't realize that we have Hammer, but it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal.
That was arguably faster than using the hammer to get in.
Yeah.
With that first try storage.
Yeah, that's just the downside of having to go backwards for Birds. Little extra sailing, but not too bad. You need Inner Cliff to be exactly Hammer, which, you know, in most cases, it's like, what are the chances? And that'll give him information, too, about, like, the logic of, like, what's going on with the seed, because this suddenly puts his, well, it puts this check in logic as well, but it also puts his leaf into logic.
Yeah,
so.
Which is pretty important. Maybe you look at Forsaken Fortress now. I mean, you don't have bombs, but That's not the end of the world. You can do it easily without bombs.
Kit definitely reacting on his on his camera to that hammer. I know y'all can't see, but just to let you know, he did definitely realize that that's what I stored. Yeah, that's funny. And I think in the same situation, I also wouldn't bother pausing to find out what I stored.
I definitely like to greed the pauses as much as possible now.
Yeah.
When I was starting out, I was like, I need to know what I stored exactly so I can know what's in logic or whatever. But then I'm like, you know what? If I see I've got one less shard at the end of the dungeon, I know I stored a shard.
Yeah, exactly.
See the menu, I'll route it in more naturally.
Yeah, you'll figure out. The one time, my one exception for that on Cliff is if it's double spiky, I like to know which one was the leaf locked check. Yeah, I want to know which one was inside and which one was leaf locked, because that can be good information. But in this situation, yeah, I would have done the same thing. And there's magic for Mount, so we'll see when he ends up getting over to Western. But his leaf is a very strong item. It does definitely provide an advantage. Without Forest Haven, freaking Forbidden Woods, you know, it might not be as severe of an advantage, but we'll see. It can definitely continue to build up over time.
Oh yeah. If you're doing something like Leafless Taji, then you're just
oh god, yeah, that would be very
worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario for Mont, I think right now.
Which is no good reason for him at the moment to go there.
Yeah, exactly. So it should be fine on that regard, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, hopefully it makes it over to Western before it goes too long. There, we'll see also where Kit ends up going here. I imagine the hammer could think about pushing Cabana, but without hookshot, you know, depending on what we have, might want to push it off just a little bit. And I think we're looking for Seiken, so.
Yeah, I think this makes sense.
And that probably plays into the, I can do this at basically full speed. I don't have bombs, but whatever. Just shoot the door down. It doesn't take that long. And then meanwhile, Cabana, you know, hookshot does make it faster, so worth the wait. I like this. And we got Mont heading for Diamond Step early, so both runners are going to opt into that. I don't remember what we found. We found one item, right? Over on Diamond Step, something in the ghost ship chest. I don't remember what it was though.
The command melody.
Ah, command melody.
Ooh, very clean from Montgol.
No, so hookshot's not an Earth Temple. We know that, I guess. That's all we know. Hookshot, not an Earth Temple. You know, it's info.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mont freaking just went straight in. Did he slow down at all, or was that just like a?
I don't think so.
Like unbuffered, essentially. What a baller. That's true. The upper half of Tower of the Gods won't have hookshot either. That's fair.
We like to forget about that requirement because we always...
Yeah, 100% do. 100% do. I'm happy enough that I remember the Earth Temple requires it. Yes, that's right, yeah. Anything past the mini-boss is command melody required. Okay, FF currently not having much. Which again, FF is behind Fire and Ice, so that tends to push things higher sphere, so that will often mean there are not as many items. But like I said, it is seeming like that there's just that other bow probably chilling somewhere, not too far. Could easily be Zunari, could easily be Great Fish that we haven't seen. So
these awkward one-off checks.
Yeah, it really wouldn't surprise me just that it's very accessible for us right now. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that Kit didn't fight this.
Well, this is hinted dead, so...
Oh, was this hinted dead?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if you'll realize it.
I think he did, yeah. He definitely made a weird motion. I think he realized.
Oh! You gotta be...
absolutely freaking decked. Dude, Phantom Cannon does damage.
And he follows you very far. It's kind of weird.
Well, he'll keep following you. You gotta go inside to reset him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely, I would say, a hard muscle memory moment. Actually, now that I think about it, God, this really freaking sucks for where that leaf is. I'm thinking about how I would have liked to clear the seed, which I like to sail to Western from Forsaken Fortress. But if you're not doing Phantom Ganon specifically, then you want Leaf to do exactly what Kit's doing right here, which is this like Little shortcut ladder strat.
Yeah.
Um,
Otherwise,
that'd
you're
be
doing
a
what? Like
yikes.
chest on bed strats?
Yeah, you can do chest on bed strats. Not the worst thing, but
It is pretty
this is
awkward.
definitely faster.
Yep.
Yeah, you either do chest on bed strats or there's in that like bunk room. You can get up to the other side where that bokoblin is, just with little cheeky bedpost jumps, which I actually think might get added potentially into the more obscure logic settings in the new
I like that idea.
in the new random. I saw something with that in Lagos notes, a little change log. It is just a couple jumps, so.
So Leaf was Western Fairy Island, which Kitcot swam to at the start of the seed with a super swim, and Montgol just hasn't had a good reason to go there yet. So
Yeah, Mont's not a fan of it. Okay, well, so it is Boomerang, and Mont figures I'm here anyways. I guess I'll pick it up. So, understandable. And he did peek the chest over on the lower Forest Haven, so whenever I peek that and see that it's nothing, it is kind of nice to just take Forest Haven out, and you're like, I'll bite the bullet sometimes and just do the tree.
yeah,
it feels better if the other one's not anything, because then you can just knock them both out together.
it's like he's going for Cabana here, which
Yep,
I'd
looking
agree
like
with.
Cabana.
It's your highest check density at this point.
Yep. Hey, and for all we know, Hookshot is here.
Yep.
So, trying to wait for a Hookshot may not matter. Also, still on the lookout for some power bracelets that we haven't seen. Although I don't know if we've fully realized our great seed of Jalhalla hint yet, have we?
Nope.
So
we'll find out more info inside here. The Cabana deed.
Yeah, Cabana deed or Tower of the Gods. So for all we know, power bracelets could be here.
Could be the bottle as well on Tingle or on April.
True.
That statue on Cyclos.
Our final statue, yeah, as well.
Uh-oh. Fell down here.
And I didn't see if Mont... I didn't look and see. I couldn't see the top of the waterfall.
See it either.
Mont doesn't have any in-logic way of getting it. I think it might have been wooden there. I don't know if anybody else saw that.
I'm sure he knows the Tingle Tuner dive.
I would think so. Yeah, no current in-logic way of doing it, but there are still... It's Wind Waker. We have our way. We have our ways.
We don't need it.
We definitely have our methods. We find a way. Alright, let's bird down.
Still don't know what Kitcot stored on chest on bed.
Oh, good point. I forgot, yeah.
Wasn't anything I could see immediately in the first screen of the inventory. Maybe it was a shard, and we'll see here.
That was the one thing that we found here. Yeah, how many shards do we have remaining? 6 more. So no, that's how many. That was, huh?
So it wasn't a shard.
Yeah, it was not a shard, So, not a shard, not a sword, not a shield. I don't see power bracelets on the wrists. Not a wallet. So maybe Maggie's letter.
Ooh, alrighty.
Ah, and there they are. All right,
so
there's
I called it earlier. Oh,
yeah, there's the. That's the fire nice. So if there's a if the third bow is bow locked, then that could also easily be our Jalhalla hint. If there's a key on the left side of Earth Temple. So.
It's honestly a great pickup here.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Sail straight down to Ice Ring. Maybe actually just warp Southern Ferry first, then sail to Ice Ring. So you don't warp from that check off.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what he opts for. Although maybe it could be one of those things where you're like, oh, well, I'll go to Ice Ring from here, and then I'll save Southern into Angular for later. I don't know. I don't know if that's like actually that great, but it feels like it could be okay. Oh, is Fly around? Oh, no, he has storage already. It's like, what? Oh, here we go.
Leaf too, so we're going to be able to do the strat. We don't see that often.
I was thinking we're doing Jarhead strats, but no, yeah, of course, we're just going to do the Leaf strat.
Like, it's so rare
I honestly forget that this is a strat, because I have not done this, and I can't remember how long.
Funnily enough, I did it today during the casual seed.
A little casual.
Yeah.
Look how much easier that is, too.
Yep. just walk right out.
It's like the fastest strat, and it's also just way easier than the other ones. And if you somehow fell, like, Coral's right there to bail your ass out, and
Yep.
you just do it again. That's, like, not even a problem. Alright, so now I guess we're gonna see when Kit decides to go Cabana. So we were thinking that Kit was maybe waiting to try to do these for having Fire and Ice and pick up Fire Mountain with it, but probably just decided that now is the time.
Yep.
Which, yeah, it's like, how much time does Hookshot save on, like, Cabana? It's like, does it save an extra warp? I don't know. Maybe. 14 seconds? Good. Oh, we're gonna see Great Fish. Okay, cool. I wanted to see Great Fish. Alright, keep your eyes peeled. Quick peek. Oh no, Kit's actually doing a slower peek. It's spiky. Cool.
It is spiky.
Alright, we're going back to
should
Spiral
have enough
Mountain we
magic.
go.
I think it'll be tight.
Ooh, that's a good point, actually. And I think Kit is... Oh no, it's just equipping the leaf. Well, we'll find out soon.
Yeah. We'll know soon if he's got enough
I'm
magic.
trying to think, why don't we have... Oh, we don't have magic because we just did... Oh, no, because we did the leaf strats on DRI. Hey, I don't know how much magic this takes. It's gonna be close, you're right.
There is
I
magic in the grass next to DRI.
think we'll make it.
Nice.
Nice, good to know. It only takes half a bar. Mirror shield. Ooh,
Something
that's
you want to
big.
see.
That's big. Oh, Mont is now here at Southern, so we'll see Southern. It was Maggie's letter, looks like.
Okay.
So we got it from somewhere, and we definitely didn't open a chest with it that played the full animation, I should say. We definitely opened a chest that had it, but...
Yeah.
You know.
It's weird that Maggie needs us to deliver this letter that was already in the correct spot. That it was supposed to be.
Well, yeah, she needs to make sure it was delivered right.
I guess so, yep.
Clearly, it didn't make it there.
Maybe it's some Moblin's bedside. Maybe not the Moblin. she
Yeah,
was
maybe not the
hoping.
one she wanted. She's like, I need you to go in after it. I wrote the wrong... I wrote the wrong final number. Oh, Mont reset out of Southern. I was like, what? Why are we back at Ice? I understand. Ooh, great fish for Mont. This could actually be... She goes up to Western after trading.
Yeah.
This could be good. This could be good.
Could also get baited into Islet Needle Rock with those Fire and Ice arrows.
I would love to know that the Moblins are all named after the Stooges. I know the Moblin that Maggie is into is named Mo. That is a good point.
Yep.
I don't know if there's another Moblin there named Curly, but I want to
I find-
believe that now.
Immediately jump to just different
Headcanon
variations,
moment.
like no, toe, ho, row.
I could see that being true too. And then one of them won't follow the order because that's just like the classic thing that you do. Like Inky,
Yeah, and then
Blinky,
you've got-
Pinky, and Clyde. You're like, Clyde. It's had to be
Tyler
different,
Shaw
huh?
Or something, yeah. Random, unrelated name.
Alright, now does... See, the problem is Mon is Fire and Ice, though.
Yeah.
So it's like, do we go to Islet Needle Rock? No, we're going to Western. Pause.
Double debate? Montgol's
Oh,
not sure
he's
where
thinking
he's
about it.
going.
He doesn't know he's going to Western. Okay, good. We're gonna get
Alright.
Leaf. All right, good. All right, good. Nice. That'll be good for Mon. Okay, so
Just giving us a bit of a scare.
Kit getting, I think, a little bit of advantage from the early Leaf, but maybe not as bad as it could have been. Like if Mont decided to finally pop Forsaken Fortress without it, like that could have been where it really starts eating into the time gained for Kit.
Hey, look at that. Look at the time. Got top of angular is spiky.
Let's do the Ang Gang eating. Well, actually,
Somebody
let's wait to figure out what this actually is. And before Iron Boots. The absolute classic. Well, Kit not gonna kill the Chew though.
Let's go.
Alright, well, statue. Alright, well. Not the worst.
1/5 of a bottle right there. I think
Yeah,
he's
leads
missing
to a
one.
bottle, leads to some soup.
Missing. He's missing the hide and seek statue.
And Angular Cave apparently has something.
Going with old reliable.
The harder strat.
Exact.
of the slightly easier variant where you push that other block. That's leaf for Mont. Very good. And I'm trying not to be offended at all, but just kidding. Trying not to be offended, Koala, but yeah, just maybe just a little bit sad.
Wow.
Ooh, other bow. Okay.
So that's bow is not bow locked.
Bow is not bow locked. Yeah. So that does not necessarily mean our Jalhala path there on Cabana Deed. So that could definitely be like power bracelets are going to be in Tower of the Gods or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking at this point.
Very good chance, very good chance.
Or on Grandma.
Kit instantly wants to figure out what the hell this Fire Mountain thing is, which
Fair
I mean,
enough.
honestly, yeah. There's really no point to wait for this at this point.
Yeah, because I think you do.
You know it's
after
something.
this.
It's probably bombs. You know it's probably bombs. You want to, if it is bombs, you want to get that as early as possible, so you give yourself chances to pick it up at islands that have mailboxes.
Yeah.
Which is very important. And Mont is back hit Greyfish, which does make sense. We'll probably go ahead and grab this, which will be Mirror Shield, which thankfully Mont did not yet go to Angular, so we'll be able to pick that all up in one visit as well. But then he'll be able to go to Islet, and then from Islet to Needle Rock, which will be nice.
Yeah.
Which I had to make sure. I was looking over while I was saying that. I'm like, was Needle Rock Fainted Foolish? Because of course it would be. Anytime I talk about something. Also, while we're here at Fire Mountain, has anyone ever thought that the map kind of looks like a flower, like a rose?
I do see it. I haven't thought about that before.
Like Fire Mountain's a rose and Ice Ring is an ear. This has been my
TED Talk.
Yeah, this has been my
Thank you for attending my TED Talk.
Yeah, thank you for listening to my delirious rando rabbles. I've played this game too much.
Thoughts of a insane person.
Yeah, we won't talk about what bomb islands look like.
Yeah, don't.
That's
forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge.
Oh.
Ask your parents.
Interesting wind.
And it is bombs. Okay.
All right, so the path needs to check out.
Mont trying to sail over the ship. You can do it, but the waves kind of need to be a little bit more oscillating, shall we say?
Yeah.
Wasn't quite able to get that. Oh no. Where did Bomb Island come from?
See, when two game designers loved each other very much, they create an island. Has terrible hitboxes and basketball.
And what an island it is.
Yep. One of the islands of all time.
Yeah, I'm sure people are probably like, not when two game designers, but I'm sure people would argue when two interns love each other very much.
That's probably better description.
And then the ugly stepchild is the freaking that room in DRI.
Oh, yeah.
The mini Bomb Island room. The frickin' magtail.
Oh, Kitcot had enough of the bombs. Just gonna throw them in the water.
It's like we're getting rid of our normal bombs in Twilight Princess. We need to have room,
for water bombs.
We need to fit room for water bombs. Yeah. Yeah. When are water bombs being added in Wind Waker? I mean, I know the game's older. Oh, water bombs hadn't been invented yet, but
yeah, come on, modding community, get on that.
Can we get a petition together? It's got bait bag. And speaking of bait bag check on Needle Rock has nothing, so okay. Well, Big Pig still in play. As well as Top of Headstone, which we haven't seen.
Yep.
And we probably won't see for a long time until both of the runners go to Headstone to probably go into Earth Temple.
Yep. I know I personally like to peek the top of Headstone after my first trip. I feel like it's a play that gets better if you've got Earth Temple as one of your dungeons.
Oh, because otherwise you're gonna go there so late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Save Diamond Step for later.
Yep.
I am definitely not as much of a fan of Diamond Step earlier. I feel like I've not been doing it that much. Also, damn, that is a fat rip on Needle Rock. And there are the Iron Boots.
Let's go.
That is a fat rip on Tower of the Gods as well. And we did not not find a small key, so we cannot officially say whether or not hop across will or won't be required. So Kitcot did say Warp could think about doing it now. Usually runners will wait just to see if it happens to be the other small key or the big key.
Oh yeah.
Which I imagine is what Kit will do, but you know, maybe just wants to get it out of the way. But
the time it takes to get a big key in the hop across is just longer than it does to get the storage.
Yeah, and just do the big
skip.
key skip, yeah.
Yep. And if it's a small key, then you really don't need it.
Really, yeah. You don't want to go, if you check it early and then it ends up being just the other small key, you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unsurprisingly, Kit not going to do it now. And going to wait for later, which is, I would say, the objective correct play. And Mont is sailing to, I think, Angular. Took me a second. That is, in fact, Angular. Thank you, Mont, for using the normal compass. The only problem is that now that is like a 50-50 chance if someone's using one or the other, I feel like I can never trust. Mont's one of the OGs, so I imagine he, like me, can just never go back because it's just been too long.
Home syndrome.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. I don't even remember what was here. Oh, this is the final Tingle statue. Yeah.
Yep.
So Mont could actually go ahead and get that bottle.
Oh yeah. Cash in some soup.
Cash in some soup. We still don't have well, we probably want to go to Fire Mountain first before going back, so we can get what is probably bombs, and you know, or what you might think is probably bombs, and we know is bombs. So we'd hopefully be able to do that before, and could get to outside Great Fairy.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Well, it's not a huge deal if you don't have the stuff to do outside Great Fairy, because you're gonna come back for a temple anyways.
Whoa. Yo, shoutouts to the OG strats. This is the OG leaf strat on Angular. Man, feels good. It's been so long, old friend. Nice to see you. That was the one that essentially got adapted into the version that Kitcot did.
Interesting.
That was the original, I guess, kind of inspiration for it. And that's Lights for Mont.
Yeah, gonna be pretty happy about that.
And First Ramos has something. Gonna be a shard, probably. Or not.
The last sword.
Or the last sword. Dang, we're geared up. Alright, so this is gonna be a shard hunt scene. Shard hunt seed. Not scene. It's not a movie.
It's got 4
This is happening live, I promise.
Where is... I've got the shards from chest on top of boulder, home rock heart container, and behind the right boulder and paw print. Where's the other shard?
May have pre-marked Godon shard. Some runners will do that.
So. He doesn't have Godin heart container marked off in his tracker. At least that's what I do. I mark off the heart container and then the shard as well. Arrow mail. Right. It's a hinted shard. Okay.
There we go.
So yeah, just 2 shards and hookshot.
2 shards and
see a Morph Hover.
Could see a Morph Hover, yeah. 2 shards and power bracelets, which might just be in tower here.
Oh, yeah, power bracelets.
So we'll see. So don't forget about those. Cannot fight Valhalla. Turns out. Valhalla too big. Too thick to be lifted without strength upgrades. Which is like I mean, it makes sense, right? But it's also one of those things that...
He's a ghost. He shouldn't weigh anything.
Well, and not even that, but like you would never be able to get there without power bracelets. So it's like weird that the game checks that you have them. Because it's not like you can take them off once you get them. So I don't know, it's very strange. Yeah, we would need hookshot, and I don't know if either one of these runners is a hover aficionado. So yeah, we probably will need to find hookshot, and we'll want to find hookshot. There is technically a skip, but
oftentimes it's just not worth it to do the.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's definitely one of the harder skips in the game, if not the hardest.
If you're in a massive casino, then you maybe consider it But even then, yeah.
Dang, somebody asked about hover aficionados, and then one of our resident hover aficionados.
Who showed up?
Instant.
Like Crane
Love
with
to
door
see it.
cancel, Scythiel with
It's true, yeah.
fourth hover.
If you say door cancel 3 times into a mirror, Crane will show up at your house.
Yep. Crane's currently in Alaska though, so I know I'm safe for now.
Ah, see, but that's you think you're safe.
Uh-oh.
You gotta be careful there, Alex. As soon as you think you're safe, that's when he gets you. That's when he gets you. No. Yeah. Actually, I need to de-rust my hovers. It's been too long. I think at this point I would not be comfortable doing one in a race just because I haven't practiced them recently enough. But I definitely have been in the past. I've been comfortable doing it, even if it is it's rough. So, yeah, I've done them before. I'm just rusty.
In terms of stuff in TWWR that we've seen as potential paths to Hollow, so far we've only really got the bait bag. So I guess we'll see. We're still missing one small key,
power
one big
bracelets
key.
on Big Pig? I'm just kidding. Obviously, that can't happen.
That would be spicy. I would call Lago up, probably, if that were to occur.
Ah, dang, there's our other small key. That's the one we didn't want to see.
Yeah.
But for all we know, Big Key is one of the floating platforms ones. Which, this is always interesting, right? Alright, Alex, your opinion.
Yeah.
Let's say the lower floating platform check is a spiky and the other one is Big Key. Do you go get Big Key in that case? If the upper is the Big Key and the lower one is a spiky chest.
Most of the time, I would say yes.
I feel like I also tend to at that point. But
You're
if
already
this one
halfway
is
through the
not
room.
spiky, then I never would.
Alright.
Now, what if upper has nothing and that one's a key chest? The lower one's a key chest. Do you get Big Key?
Also, yes.
I feel like I think I'm agreed with you on that one as well. But it's tough. That one's tough.
Yeah.
That one's definitely tough.
It's like Montgol's confirming that we did indeed store the Maggie's letter.
Yep.
Just on
And also, speaking of Big Key, we don't have it yet, do we, for Kit? It's either vanilla or hop, I believe.
At this point, you're hoping hop across, so you can just grab whatever's in the big key chest on the way there to the boss.
So we'll see if we see some Tower of the Gods Big Key. Skip Bing. Couldn't figure out a way to make that rhyme, sort of. Unlucky.
Unlucky.
Now here's a question too. Well, actually, I don't know if it's possible right now. No, I think we've got enough overworld locations. Is Earth Temple unhinted barren? Is there just like a Picto box?
There's some stupid wallet in there.
And Minenko doesn't have anything, but Pompey and Vera do.
I could see that, actually, yeah.
Oh, I just realized that's the statue that Kit's missing. Is hide and seek.
Hide and seek, yep.
Yeah, we haven't done hide and seek on his side yet. Because the lack of Pictos. I'm just trying to push it off until we have one, which
He's not been punished so
I am
far.
all for.
I respect it, I agree.
Yeah, you haven't been pushed back to Windfall. We've had tons of other stuff. It's honestly kind of been a little bit crazy in the overworld this seed. Meanwhile, Tower of the Gods is not exactly delivered. We've got what? Bait bag? And iron boots?
An iron boot. Gotta forget
Which is like, that's like the unholy combo of items. Because bait bag is only forced required for Big Pig. We have skips for the other two. Or the other three, excuse me.
You like to forget about that one.
Yeah. Did y'all know that Bird's Peak Rock actually logically requires bait bag?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's weird. Can't believe it.
Yeah. Bird's Peak Rock Erasure. Look,
I feel like
I'm
that
sorry.
should be on the hard difficulty for the logic. Yeah, with the bait bag.
Alright. Big Pig. Big Key is hop across.
This is our other could be power race, this could be a shard.
This could be it, yeah. This could be our final Final chance for whatever is in.
Could be hookshot for Command Melody and Diamond Step. As
It could be.
well.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good chance. Actually, I could easily see that being. Yeah, we're still not fulfilled on our.
Yeah.
On our C to Valhalla path, and I'd say.
Oh, that chest can't be hookshot. That's right. Yeah. Again, as I was mentioning earlier, just forget the.
Oh, because hookshot was because Command Melody was there. That's right. That is a very good point. See, and this is why everybody hanging out in chat, you should definitely go ahead and give our trackers some love, maybe even a follow, because they're clearly a lot smarter than we are.
Yep. I just signed up to say stupid shit.
Hell yeah. You don't have to be right, you just have to sound right. It's like being chat GBT.
Confidence is key.
That's literally... It doesn't have to be the right answer, it just has to sound like it's a correct answer. We're gonna see the little big key skip action here from Kit. Gonna just change the wind eastwards.
I'm always afraid that I'll one day just play Song of Passing, and
oh my god, cause
me to lose the storage.
That's oh god. Thanks for unlocking that new fear for me.
Kitcot.
Speaking of new fear unlocked, Kit did save, so would be able to go back and just reattempt this. However,
still have to skip the first floor.
You'd have to go back and skip first floor, which is always big sad. But
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what that route was.
I hope we were far enough over. Are we in bounds? No, we're not. Oh, that hallway is a lot narrower than I thought. And there we go.
Oh.
All right. Keep your eye out. Do we have power bracelets on? No, we don't, but we do have a blue rupee in the bottom right, so we stored a wallet.
That is true.
So if wallet has something, then it's possible that there could be a Baron blocker wallet in Earth Temple. So it's still possible. It could still be possible for Earth Temple to be unhinted Baron. But I feel like there's a good chance that that's not the case, and there's just shards in there, and I don't know.
What are the odds, right?
Actually, at this point, it would just be shards because it can't be hookshot, which we're just talking about. Look at me, I remembered something. See, like I'm learning so much from our trackers.
Play the games a few times, you know.
And it looked like Helmrock behaved pretty well on Mont's side, so that is Forsaken Fortress done. And now I wonder if Outset is the play here. Oh, that's right. He hasn't actually gotten the bottle yet. I forgot we actually need to get the bottle first, but yeah, I think that's probably what Mont's thinking. You go ahead, you grab the bottle. He'll maybe even go. Interestingly, he might go to Mother and Child to pick up the fairy, and we'll see that spiky chest. And I know I would be like, "Oh, what is this?"
Yeah.
Give me your information, Baron Spiky Chest. Tell me your secrets.
There's not too much that could tell him. Honestly, the most.
That's true. At this point, you probably would have basically expected to be, yeah. Picto would actually be a big, considering the fact that you don't have Picto yet, I would probably pick up the Picto. I would pick up the Spiky, hoping to see Picto.
I think we'll see Mont just get the Great Fairy at Outset and get the fairy there, though.
That's right. He can go to Outset Great Fairy.
Yep.
I think you're probably right. I think you're probably right about that one. I don't think have we not seen Bomb Mail? I don't know if we had. Not that it mattered. No. 100 rupees. But I think Kit went straight from Fire Mountain to here. So, because he's probably planning to pick up Bomb Mail with Cabana, would be my guess, which I like. And then he'll probably go straight down to Ice Ring. Kit's got a nice line for him right here.
Bomb Island.
That is some good little routing there. Oh, it's true. Bomb Island is a little bit of an outlier.
Yeah.
No, you could do Cabana and then you save out of Cabana and then you go check out Bomb Island, and then if you see that Bomb Island is nothing, which it isn't, then you can just reset and then go Ice Ring.
Yeah.
We'll see what he does. I believe that was our Arrow Mail shard. Oh, Montgol, is that back at the Windfall? So gonna do some of that first. Turn in Zunari, which we still haven't seen. Probably do some Creep and Transparent Chest stuff, as well as turning in our letters. So, makes sense.
Why does Kit got arrows here? I think you usually just pick them up at Cabana. Free refill there.
Although if you're me, if you're me, you always forget to grab those barrels. I always plan on it, and then I never remember. I'm like, where'd my arrows go? Oh yeah, I was gonna pick some up at Cabana. I forgot again. That's true. There are barrels next to the left of the door in Cabana that have bombs, arrows, and is it just rupees? Just like 3 rupees? I don't remember.
I think it might be rupees or magic.
Oh, maybe it is magic if you have the... Yeah, it's just they don't spawn magic maybe if you don't have magic meter.
Yeah.
That might be what it is. I think you're right though, I think it is magic.
But Creeper's in shambles today.
That's a classic Creebell right there.
Yeah.
I believe it's called. Color me surprised, except you don't need to, because I'm not surprised. I am, in fact, has the expected outcome.
So, looks like nothing on Beetle's shop ship, unless that was the wrong letter.
I never remembered to read. I saw an orange rupee flash by, and nothing on the wallet, so...
We got our bait bag as our path to Jalhalla then.
Yeah,
What was
I
in
think that is...
BPR? Ghost ship, which is dead.
Which is dead. And there was
Chestnut,
nothing on Needle Rock, so I think... Power
Top of
bracelets might be
headstone.
the top of headstone, baby.
Or
That might
out-
be what that means.
Yeah. I
Or
think that has to
hookshot
be
is top of headstone. One of
those
the two.
Which is pretty yucky.
It'd be extra funny if it's hookshot and then, power bracelets and then hookshot around Big Pig, because that'll be really awkward.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen Grandma Mail though, that is fair.
So yeah, the
hard to say.
statues unlock a single check, which in the seed was hinted a bottle.
Yep. And that'll lead to Grandma Mail, which we have not seen yet. But we may see from Mont soon. These rat spawns are not favoring Kit's L targeting. There we go. Get out of here. Basement's flooded, rat infested. There's 2 zombies down here. What a mess.
No wonder she's just giving the property deed away.
She's like, wow, Link, 20 joy pendants? Alright, that's good enough for me, sure. Here, have a whole house. And Link's like, wow. It's like an Earthbound. There's like a guy at the beginning who's like selling you a house for like $8,000. Like, oh, that's a pretty good deal. And then you go in the house and like the back wall is gone. Like you can't see because it's a isometric, perspective.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you can't see it when you're in the overworld. Then you go in, the back wall's gone, and you're like, oh.
Never played Earthbound. I only played Mother 3. So.
Suddenly I understand. The origins of Lucas?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I found that out from Snacks the other day. I didn't realize that. I've never actually played all the way through Earthbound.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know. I just know that.
I think I've seen a Let's Play Earthbound. That's the most I've seen of it.
Let's play. Oh, and Mont goes back for the shard.
Piece of cheese.
Right, and I think Kit is in fact going to Bomb Island. Because Kit is also using the correct compass.
We can agree to disagree.
Happily.
It's the useless compass.
You mean the one that points north?
Yeah, that one's useless.
That's not useless at all. You got
Yeah,
your
but if I have
freaking
one
Captain Jack Sparrow compass
me
that
which way
points
I'm
where you're
going.
heading. How? It's not even helpful.
Well, that way I don't have to use island markers to tell which way I'm sailing. Middle of sea, lost somewhere. I don't have to open the map. Just look at my compass.
But you still need to know which cardinal direction the island is from you. So it's still the same.
No! Oof. Kitcot. Bomb Island struggle bus is real.
So, I don't know how to tell you this, but Google Maps has a compass that points north.
Mapquest.com. Damn.
I'm not here. I use Ask Jeeves. Wait, didn't Mont do? I thought Mont did Bomb Island. I guess not. So his bombs are so late. I don't know why I assumed he did. Like I thought I remember seeing that Bomb Island was not anything.
I don't know.
No, that's right. I get what you mean, Zeno. I get what you mean. I'm just being I'm trying to defend myself here. Like, All I know is it's a compass, alright? I don't want to use fancy magic shit. Not in my very realistic sailing simulator, alright? Alright, let's get these power bracelets from Bomb Island.
Ooh, alrighty.
Never mind, just a boring shard.
So
Well,
this would be a hover seat if the runners knew. Bracelets are on top of headstone.
the bracelets are very probably on top of headstone.
Because we're out of just checks to check besides Grandma. Grandma and top of headstone. And I guess Alice the Great Fairy could have it, but that wouldn't make the path resolve.
Well, so then top of headstone is hookshot. So yeah, this could be a hover seed. Well, we know hookshot. I guess we know hookshot's not an Earth Temple, so no, this probably wouldn't be a hover seed because I think Kit's got so few checks left in the overworld at that point that like it's probably not even. It won't be worth it.
Interestingly, Kit's got Northern Fairy Island as well as a check he has not marked off his tracker.
Oh, because he
never went there.
That's right.
Has a Moblin's letter, which didn't lead to anything, but interesting.
Actually, I mistracked a race the other day because I did that same thing. I went to Cyclos after my first dip of Windfall, and then I forgot I never went to Northern. And later I was like, oh, weird, why did I never mark off Northern? I definitely did that. And then I ran out of checks. So that was fun. All I'm saying is be careful when you track. Mont's going straight for the hop across. Does not want to have to come back for it, and we'll get Big Key for his troubles. So, we'll not have to Big Key skip, which will be nice.
He'll be able to shoot the torches too.
That's true. That's true.
It's always nice when you get to do that. If you're
having fire ice for this check is so good
because you can peek it from further away. Now there'll be a key chest here, so
yeah. And at that point, I'd be like,
50-50.
I would probably go across for it if as a key chest. I'd probably just be like, I really want that if it's Big Key, if I'm already here. So, because you have Leaf, so you just go across the whole room. It's like whatever, just like that. Oh wait, yeah, that's actually I've been memeing about it, but I think yeah, it is unhinted Baron Ichi. Because power bracelets can't be in there, and because of the command melody, we know hookshot isn't either.
This is why you always.
Oh yeah, Earth Temple literally has nothing. It's probably got Picto Box in it, or something. I don't even.
You just could have just not rolled the odds to be hinted.
Oh, okay, actually thinking about it, right? So it's not a Tingle statue. We know that. Wallet didn't lead to anything, so wallets are barren. So it's either double magic, or Grandma has something, and it's a bottle in there. I think that has to be, or it could be just straight unhinted barren, but the chances of that are very low.
I wouldn't say very low. I would say possible, but not likely.
So I don't know if I've ever seen an unhinted barren that actually was barren though. That wasn't blocked by something. I don't know if I've seen that yet.
I think I've seen that quite a few times.
Maybe I just haven't run enough seeds.
I don't know, maybe. It's also one of those things where, you don't think about it either. It's like, oh yeah, I guess this does act as a barren blocker. No, you're just mad to see your third bottle or whatever.
Yeah, so we'll see if Grandma ends up having something though, because we still have not seen that from either runner.
Surprised, yeah.
Well, because Kid still doesn't have the last Tingle statue. Yeah. So.
And Picto's
if Grandma actually, I feel like it'd be very good for Mont if Grandma ends up being power bracelets, because Kit will have to go back and hide and seek, and might get baited into.
Yeah, depending on what's Grandma
doing door cancel, which, to be fair, we keep talking about it being power bracelets at the top of Headstone, but it could be Picto Box at the top of Headstone.
And he's just sitting in Linzo's house the entire time.
Yeah, although we do know Mineko is dead, so for all we know, all the Pictos are dead, and that's why we haven't seen one yet, because they're just in barren locations. Hard to say. And yeah, nothing here, as we found out from Mont, nothing on Needle Rock, so Kitcot, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. And yeah, now we'll see what we do. I feel like this is probably time to check Outset Gray and Headstone, I think. Oh, that's right, he's got some Windfall stuff. I forgot we had not gone back. That's
Probably
right,
do
that's right.
this with Northern Fairy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even sail the Northern Ferry first. I don't know.
Totally forgot Kit never came back. So yeah, we'll pick up our Fire Ice text here. We'll mail some letters.
We'll show the heir the letters first, as is tradition.
That's the letter we're gonna be mailing, just in case anyone wasn't following along. It's gonna be that one. We don't have Moblins yet because it's on Northern Ferry, which may or may not bait Kitcot to come straight back right afterwards. Should be kind of annoying. Like one of those instances where I'd be like almost tempted not to. It's like, look, if I'm going back just for Moblins, like I'm gonna go Outset first.
Like if you go to Outset, you're committing to Earth Temple, or I guess if you find the power
with no power bracelets yet, though.
That's
like
true.
we can't commit to it.
If
Like
you're
at this point, that's what we want.
sneak
Oh
sneak
shoot,
sneak.
no, Mont was a little bit too late on the statue jump there, and then unfortunately this cycle does not work out for you if you void.
Yeah, right it back up.
That is the downside to going for the statue up version of the strat. Yeah, it saves a little bit of time if you shoot the eye before getting the statue. Then when you re-enter this room with the statue, the cycles work out in the way that you can go up that. You don't have to wait for the platform to approach you, because by the time you get to it, it's already gotten to you since it starts moving when you enter the room. If that makes any sense.
You do have to be pretty dang fast and accurate with that bow shot.
Yeah.
As well, in order to make that first cycle.
Yeah, exactly. Because then at that point, that's diminishing returns because it doesn't save that much time. It's like 1 to 2 seconds, but it is faster. So it's one of those strats that's it's very marginally faster, but it's also not too bad to pull off. So it's pretty much worth going for.
See, I just like to turn my brain off in .g, and so I don't bother with that.
Fair enough.
A lot of extra work for 1 to 2 seconds worth of time save.
The nice thing about that version of the strat, though, is it also doesn't matter if you have leaf or not. Whereas if you go up first, having the leaf is a little bit nicer. Wow, thanks, Zunari. A Triforce chart 1. I always say no.
Hand the chart back to Zunari. You know what?
On second thought, just take this. Just
give it to Mila. She's been working hard.
Yeah. Here you go, Mila. Buy yourself something nice. It's like honestly negative money because you have to take it to Tingle to even understand what it says.
Poor Montgol getting bullied there.
No.
But the bubbles, sure, forever the bane of my existence in Taji.
The bubbles are the bullies.
You always hope to not have to kill them because you can save time. But then it always works out where you need to deal with them.
Here we go. This is the part of the seed where you cave, and you're like, all right, I guess it's time to Lenzo door cancel. Let's go. Doing the hide and seek. I guess I'll just do it without the Picto box and hope that Pompey and Vera has nothing. Watch there be a Picto box in Upper Lenzo, and that's part of the reason why we haven't found one.
Yuck.
It would not surprise me. I thought, aren't you a Lenzo door canceler?
No, I hate Lenzo door cancel.
Yeah,
I'll do it if my opponent does it, but I won't do it unprompted.
I think I'm thinking of someone. I must be thinking of. I'm thinking of Chanjo 3. I think I might be thinking about Jazz. I think Jazz is also a Lenzo door canceler.
It's one of those things. It's like, how good is the items I might get versus if I have to come back for the other check, I have to go all the way back through Lenzo's house.
Yeah, and for all you know, that you won't find any Pictos.
Yeah. Exactly.
So. Dang, and speak of the devil, he definitely just got here.
Andrew 3's got secret
power
draining technologies. No, his opponent lost power. Which is nearly similar to what happened with me and losing my internet. I think Tanjo's got some otherworldly ability.
And just freaking calling in the hit squads. Oh, sorry. Well,
Your power
keep
went
not
out.
being able to do these races that I schedule. I guess you're just gonna have to forfeit. It's unlucky. Guess I might just have to win by default. I was like, wait a second, though.
Victory by default. It'd be kind of
wait,
weird when
Tanto,
Tanjo gets to
aren't you running?
the winners finals by all his opponents forfeiting because their power goes out.
Right before the race starts, like Tanjo sends you DM. You better let me win this race. Or else.
You'll never see your power again.
You'll never see your power again. In case there's anybody watching, this is all this is all satire.
Yes.
Tanjo is definitely not a hitman, probably.
Please, I want to see my family, Tanjo.
And that is a negatory on Lenzo's chests. So that may explain why we have not found a Picto box yet, because they may all be barren.
Yep. Or there's just one sitting on top of Headstone, and we got
Or there's
pranked.
one, yeah. And then Pompey, oh my
Vera.
god, the pain of that would be brutal. If it's Pompey and Vera have power bracelets, oh
I kind of
man.
want to see it at this point.
It would be pretty funny. As a non-Lenzo door canceller, although in this instance I actually probably would have caved too. But as a non-Lenzo door canceller, that would be very therapeutic. Oh shoot, Mont's magic is so low. He's gonna go through this room. No hook shot either. You can use hook shot to kind of skip these lower platforms. Hook shot straight to the chest, but not in this instance. That magic a little sus. I want to make sure you know your magic, your guaranteed magic drops.
Especially in Tot G with the herb.
Especially in Tower of the Gods.
Yeah.
Lots
Using a
of
lot of
magic lots of magic used to speed up the rooms in this. And there is one coming up right next to the locked door to the right, so
Yep.
may be able to resupply somewhat.
Doesn't have enough magic to make the leaf over there, though, so I'll have to throw two
Yeah,
statues.
also be throwing some stats.
I think only those are hearts, occasionally.
Oh,
I'm not sure if that's guaranteed
I don't think that's a guaranteed drop either, but hey, we take those.
Yeah.
Now the one on the right here, that's a guaranteed drop, and Mont knows it. For all I know, that other one is a guaranteed drop, and I've just been missing out.
If it is, yeah.
I'll have to go check that.
Well, leafing over the whiz rope trigger here.
Mm.
As long as you're high enough above this, about the height of the statues' heads, honestly. As long as you don't dip below that, you won't spawn in a whiz robe in the next room.
Yeah, if you're ever wondering why runners always kind of do that weird sort of path, one, it skips needing to play command melody in this room, but if you land on top of the statue, it has that added benefit, which it's like it's a little bit slower doing it that way than doing like the ledge grab version, but not getting rolled by a whiz robe makes it worth it.
Yeah.
And we accidentally dunked the boy.
Doing an eye roll and a head shake. Getting that Moblin's letter, he's like, gotta go
Yep.
back to Windfall.
Now what does he do? That's the question, and we're going straight back. Yep. I mean, he doesn't have. He's kind of running low on stuff, so that's the classic. Yeah, and it's like you normally would go to Northern right after your first dip, but because of Bo didn't, and therefore that just it do be that way sometimes.
Probably be happy to see when it's nothing.
And it's kind of funny too, because Monk was actually he went to Northern before Windfall, and it kind of just worked out in that sense.
Yeah. Two for two on those window jumps.
Yeah, no
there.
kidding. Jeez.
I stopped going for it because, like, the amount of times you just jump off and you miss it or you hit the ledge.
It's like in order for that version to be faster, according to timings done by Woofer and Elijah, who I trust their timings, it's only faster if you hit that left side window that Kit has been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that used to be the common thing, is you do like the little window hop. Well, I think Mont's looking for magic. It's the left side here.
Yeah, this one.
We'll get it in a second.
It's always a big one. Good spot to know for Taji.
Yeah, it's super handy. All right, let's go pick up our bottle. We'll go pick up a fairy, and then Kit's probably actually going to be the first one to save Grandma.
Yeah, which is surprising. Montgol got the bottle way earlier.
I thought he probably wants to go clear out the dungeon too, so.
Yeah.
check density and all that. It's funny when people see Mont racing. So Mont is using a very uncommon model in the community known as tune flips. Which is I think a model that was made for simple flips in the past when I guess he ran this randomizer. That was before my time. I don't know if he ever raced, it might have just been casual stuff. But
I don't know. Yeah.
Mont is the only one that I know that uses that model. Ah, this might be part of it too. Mont wanted to get a fairy, so you go to the dungeon and you get the dungeon fairy. There you go.
Yeah.
That's some that is a way of doing.
Good heads up there.
Kit,
I usually
Kit's
tend
gonna
to
be able
forget
to
about
go
that
ahead
one.
and yeah. There's also one in the BMOS, weirdly.
Yeah, it spawns whenever you kill it.
That's like
Usually.
the only enemy drop that has a fairy is that right side BMOS. Like, it's the only one that I know of. There could be another one, I guess, technically, but... Oh, I think Mont got a hand respawn there. Classic. There we go. Alright, well, if you're an outset fairy believer, this could be your day. There are not a lot of checks left. We still have a couple items to find. So... Although at this point, I'm still not sure we're gonna find a Picto box.
Yeah? I don't know. Got, what, 2 in logic check? 3 in logic checks, 2 items we need to find. Those 3, so...
And a couple items that we still haven't found, so...
Yep.
We might find them here. And by a couple, I mean literally both Pictos. Because we have everything else. Except for like extra bottles and whatever.
Yeah.
Alright. Here you go. What you got outside fairy? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Survey says.
Let's go!
Hey, you know, now
Fog.
Now
Yeah,
Kit will
silent
not
headset.
have to go and get bait potentially. We may not need to go get bait from Beetle because we currently cannot throw Big Pig, so we do not have the power bracelets. Who knows? That could be handy. That could come in handy. Insert that meme of Mickey Mouse.
It's tool that will help us for later.
Alright, Grandma. Have you been the path this whole time? Have you been the truth? Was it really Cyclos all along? Great Sita Jalhala? Was it surely you? We did not find any other bottles. So it's possible that you were. So in fact, I think at this point you might have to be.
They're at the top of Headstone.
That's true. That's true. Well, at this point, if Grandma gives hookshot or power bracelets, either one of those counts. So
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
I think at this point we're not gonna know
2 items.
if it was the statue or if it was the pearl.
Yeah.
Yes, for anyone who's basing the race off of who saves Grandma first, Kitcot does in fact win the race. As Mont goes to what I assume is Bomb Island, so
Yeah.
nice little routing in with the end of Tower of the Gods. That's hook shot from Grandma, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
So there we go. That's finally a path. And so I think oh no, wait, Picto. It could still be oh my god.
Still be picked
Here
up.
we go. This could be it. And hey, look at that. I told you that pair coming
Big
in
one
handy.
trip. Hell yeah.
Here we go. Power bracelets may be on top of Headstone, or we might have to go all the way back and fulfill an errand somewhere else, which would be very funny. Picto on
point,
top of Headstone
I
is
want it for
definitely the
comedy.
meme option. Does Kit peek it ahead of time, or you just? He's got the telescope equipped. I would just pop the pair at that point. I think you know it has to be something, and if it's not, then you messed up somehow. And that is onion rings. Those are power bracelets on top of headstone. Picked up boxes, very possibly just barren this dude. That may have been why we never found them. Which is all about Mont. Fortunately, I do think Mont is a little bit of a, oh no, he's gonna get a shard here. And he's done a bunch of the stuff at Windfall already, actually. So...
Yeah, he didn't have too much left.
Yeah, may actually end up going to Outset. We'll probably go to Outset Great Fairy, because, you know, it just makes sense, but...
Yep.
It's funny, it's like you see somebody clearing Overworld, and you see somebody still doing a dungeon that the other one's finished. It's like, oh man, you know, it looks like it could be a big difference. And I would definitely say Kit has a lead here, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But, it might not be as separate as you might think. But that is our go mode. So... gonna just be how fast can we clear Earth Temple?
Just unhinted,
unhinted Baron. I feel like has been on the menu a lot lately. Oh, gonna aggro this moblin. Gotta be careful.
Turn around and watch him do the dab.
No. Seems like he didn't fully give chase.
Ah, shame. Moblin's too smart.
Nice leafing strats. Extra good in a go mode situation because you don't go back from medley.
Yep.
Like, it's still faster. Like, it's one of those things, like, it doesn't seem like it would be faster to leaf across, push the button, leaf back, pick up medley. But it actually is. Even in Rando, where you don't see the command melody cutscene. In non-Rando, it's even faster because there's a cutscene that plays every time you play command melody. Like, Link has to play it a second time.
Yep.
Which is very annoying. Alright, that's the last shard for Mont. Mont just needs to go pick up the stuff that's over on Outset. Which I want to say, I'm trying to think of what he has left. That might be all he's got left. Because he won't be, you know, thinking about when's the door cancel. Because he's probably just waiting for a picto that he won't find.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of those instances where not breaking the logic is going to benefit.
Yep.
Yeah, Kit definitely with a lead, but this is still, we got a race on our hands, that's for sure.
Yeah, Earth Temple is one of those things too, where many things can go wrong. You can mess up, you fall out of bounds with not an easy way back. So definitely one of those dungeons that requires good execution to.
Yep, we got to do it in bracket. So.
Yep.
But I definitely have the confidence that Kit is able to. Kit, coming from a more of a speedrunning background, over doing some stuff in Skyward Sword, came over to a Wind Waker, so I think that always does definitely give some people an edge. They're a little bit used to, you know, if you're on like a PB pace and you gotta clutch up. This is the rando equivalent. All you gotta do is go mode a dungeon, so you just try to keep the nerves under as much control as you can. Now he does have the advantage too of being up a game, which when you're down a game in a set, let me tell you, at least for me, it's rough. Other people might have stronger wills than I.
Definitely nerve-wracking for sure.
Hey, and going for the pickup on the rock, which is like understandable. You almost kind of expect at this point that you would have power bracelets.
Yep.
But no, of course not. Anyway, it's funny too, I just thought about this, Alex, but you were saying earlier about how often, if Earth Temple is in Logic, you like peeking top of Headstone just to know what's up there in case it's something, you know, that might have been nice to have before last locationing it, because you're doing it before you go to Earth Temple, and hey, imagine.
Yeah, you pick up Grandma along the way, and you go to Earth Temple to follow your check density, and suddenly you're in go mode.
Yeah.
Get all that windfall stuff.
But again, the pair, you know.
Montgol's happy about that.
Yeah. He's probably thinking, he's probably like planning, like, all right, well, I'm gonna go see Grandma, and then I'm gonna go check whatever's top of Headstone. So, okay, Kit, I think is gonna.
There we go.
We need to re-drink some soup here, because that is definitely has not enough magic to. Well, that might be even not enough magic to make it comfortably behind the Songstone, but definitely wouldn't make it to the boss door. So. Ooh, and the keys. No, dude.
All right. Well,
that's
this
not
is
what
where
you
you
want
kill
to
the
see.
keys.
Yeah,
This
you
is
just
where you
all
kill
that's it. They don't.
All of them gotta
It's
die.
Tusken Raider time. Oh, interesting. It's a freaking. All right, is this our
Hey,
double
look.
magic? Double
Like
magic
this.
again in third crypt? Could it be?
That would honestly be pretty goated.
I just saw it recently. I just saw it very recently.
Alright,
Could
kill
also
the
be a
keys.
bottle because Grandma did end up having something, so bottles would Baron block even if they led to hookshot, which led to command melody. So you couldn't get any bottles first. Well, we might find out when Kit enters Valhalla. Double magic would be a nice little treat. Maybe that Keese is like, no, don't leave without double magic. What are you thinking?
Speed up your high roll.
What are you, stupid or something? You want this? You want this? Trust.
I, for one, am excited for the second wallet we're about to get.
Second wallet would be pretty funny too. All right, let's see. Could it be? It's not double magic.
Not
I don't know
second
what it
wallet.
was. It's a
Picto.
Picto box. It's a Picto. Oh my god, wait. Damn, there they were. Well, at least there's one in freaking Earth Temple. Incredible. There you go, Mont. With the wait, did you get the mail? You got the mail, right? Shin Market?
I hope so.
I hope so. You got hookshot, right?
'Cause otherwise, he's going into a barren Earth Temple.
I assume he did. I'm gonna assume he did. I think it'd be
Yeah.
crazy if he didn't.
Yeah, he got it. Crisis
Okay.
averted.
Good. I figured. He
Dude,
just
he's
hadn't
been
marked it on
following
his
logic so
tracker.
far. Yeah.
He hadn't marked that on his tracker. We hadn't marked it on our tracker, so I was like, oh. Yeah. Cool. Yep, so this is gonna be go mode for Mont here as Kit's finishing up this go mode Earth Temple. Oop, we lost our soup buff, unfortunately. Actually, did we still have soup buff? I don't know if we did.
I think Kit resouped.
Did
Yeah.
we resoup? Because we resouped, but then
Resouped on top
we...
of the coffin.
No, but then we got kicked out, right? Isn't that when that happened? I don't know.
Wider.
Doesn't matter. I'm not going a little bit far on accident. Shout outs to the Swift Sail. Very fast.
Upsides and his downsides.
Mm-hmm.
Voting course minigame, let me tell you, that shit is very difficult.
It's like you think it would be better, you get through it faster. It's not.
It's too fast.
It's
Slow
too
down,
much.
please.
We're just gonna high five. Earth Temple tag team. Here we go. Tag you in, Mont. Your turn. Continue our on-stream Earth Temple action. Yeah, it's off to high roll. Did we get the one frame? Ooh.
No, not today.
Honestly, I just mash for it. I don't.
Yeah.
I personally don't try to time it. I'm always surprised. I'm like, oh, I got it. Nice. I will fully admit to mashing for it. Don't mash your storages, but you can mash out Wind Waker to warp. It's okay.
I'll go get style points there. Oh,
Off the torch.
yeah, off the torch.
It's like in Tony Hawk, it'd be like the blue letters, right? And you're like, oh, I did a cool thing. Let's go.
Get a speed boost.
136, what, 10 for enter?
Around there.
Something like that. Oh, is that rupee block? Okay, good. It's like, does that rupee block the light beam?
Stupid way to.
Imagine. No, I think it goes through him. I think it goes through him. It's gonna be Kit's race to lose here. This is the barrier break. Mont's still gonna have to go mob this dungeon. I'm not sure his preferred method. He may I don't remember if he goes for the Songstone skip or not.
I don't know. He's brought Medley with him this far, so
Yeah, I want to say that he does not go for it. I think he brings Medley for the first Songstone skip. Yeah,
that would make sense. Yep.
yeah, that's pretty you know,
It's
pretty
very
reasonable.
punishing if you mess it up. So
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
honestly,
This
it's one of the
is definitely a reasonable.
when I was a newer runner, I think the thing that scared me the most about Earth Temple was just that Songstone skip.
You can definitely avoid on the back of that statue's head. I got a little scared. When the camera gets stuck somewhere like that close because chest storage gives you your wonky hitbox and you can get way closer to walls than it wants you to. You can get lost.
Yeah, it's hard to control your camera.
Yeah.
It's hard to control your character even because the camera flips around.
Mm-hmm. Your
Find
controls
holding
are all
L
camera based.
makes it a lot nicer. Like if you're in Earth Temple in that room you take to avoid using the small key here in the basement. If you get like stuck in that wall as you're leaping through it, you hold L and just walk forwards. Then you get out of that little camera. Not
Good
camera
to know.
soft lock,
Good to
but
know.
camera shenanigans, camera troubles.
I guess if you're holding L, it might just be assume that the camera will be behind you, so then your movement becomes facing rather than camera specific.
Yeah.
Huh. I never thought about that before.
Same with the Dragon Roost Island. The fly across. If you get too close to the wall as you're surfacing.
The arrow got right behind him. Unlucky.
Even the EU people got a little bit of NA aim in them.
Yeah, I think that was just Phantom's got the dodges.
Maybe, yeah.
I'll be sleeping on our boy. And you're talking about this part right here, right? You just hold L and go forward.
Yeah.
That's so smart. See, ideally it happens like what just happened with Mont, where the camera just
well, Mont had his sword
its way right in the gap.
So he pulled Leaf lower because he had the sword out, so he had to take that time, so they never got stuck in that wall. But if you don't have it out, and you've got the Leaf out, or nothing in your hand, I think.
Very interesting. It's always fun watching other people run because there's certain things where you just get super set in your ways of like how you clear something. It'd be nice to see other perspective, just in case. Wacky strats. I mean, to be honest, like I think all runners have, lots of strats that they've just stolen from other people.
Yep.
We're all just conglomerations of strats that have been shared amongst everybody. Well, I'm not gonna go ahead and try to bomb the stall post here. Try to avoid him from getting targeted.
There we go. Ooh.
Now we got a keys.
Unfortunate.
Oh, we got the rising shot. That was really close. That was really close.
Kitcot not having the best PG1 so far. Got robbed on maybe a couple of shots there. Definitely the toughest part of in-game. That and grapple skip.
That was a nice shot though.
Yep.
I'm kind of getting rolled here. Yeah. So one thing I like to do, I try not to target for this section. You can either try to go for neutral rolls, or you can like tap forward on the stick, give it a little bit of forward motion, and then let the stick be in neutral. So that way, if you go off an edge with the stick being neutral, you'll always get a ledge grab.
Yep.
Because trying to do this when the enemies are nearby is a huge pain in the ass. However, you could get that orb for a little bit of extra Stalfos magic. If you're ever low on magic in this room, especially if you don't have soup. Another Keys has joined.
Where did that Keys come from?
I don't know. It must have just come from like deeper in. Yeah, I feel like Mont killed everything, but they sure do find a way, don't they? Alright, line up for Crip. 1, 2, plus the bonus Keys.
Yeah.
Who did not see that coming?
On race time for that.
The guy got freaking absolutely just roasted. Poor thing. Okay, good. Make sure Mont drink a little bit extra soup here. Definitely not enough magic to cross this gap. I think the bomb should be far enough away. Okay, yeah. Only got the first dupe anyways. I'm always scared of standing near that bomb in case it's too close and I bomb myself off the edge.
Yep.
Especially, I almost never get soup dupe first try either because I'm bad at it, so... If I'm standing there trying it again and again and again, that bomb fuse is getting closer and closer and closer to just ruining my everything. Shock shot line up. Ooh, got it.
clean with it today.
Nice, a little bit of a lower one too, getting it on the kind of the whip back on the tail as opposed to the height, the peak height of it.
You know, for that PG1 with excellent PG2s and 3s.
Yeah. Which is funny because often it goes the other way for.
Yeah, bleed time on. Well,
or I guess no. Yeah, wait, maybe
no,
that is the way.
that's the
Yeah, never
normal
mind.
route.
Yeah. Also got this
Nice shot of.
thing. That camera
Jaw.
angle though.
I say Jahala kind of thick.
Kind of thick though. Kind of thick. I think Kit definitely also earning a little bit extra time on Mont with the speed of the clears between the Earth temples.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah, overall it's pretty solid PG. Kind of got unlucky, honestly, cutting the tail. You never mean to do that. It's always on accident.
Yeah.
In fact, if you were trying to do it on purpose, you probably wouldn't be able to pull it off.
Yep.
Which is what's so annoying about when it happens, because you're like, are you kidding me? Yes, let's go, Kit. Just drink the soup. No need to save it. It's final fight, baby. Let's go. I am 100% a fan. Don't dupe when you're in Puppet. You just drink it for the first one. You shouldn't need any more soup than that. Just drink the second one for Mr. Dorf, and you're good to go. Ooh, almost got kicked. Was actually about to take damage there, but
I've had that happen a lot more recently than I would like. 3 or 4 times I've just been kicked in the cutscene. Lose the soup.
oh, and during the cutscene, interesting.
Yeah. And it's just like, bruh, really? You do that shit to me?
Yeah, because now
And
he
at
gets
that point, I
baited. He
drank
gets
all my
baited to
soups,
kick
I'm
you
like,
when you.
whatever.
Oh yeah, he gets baited to kick you because you're shielding him.
Yeah, that would be the
That's
reason
like
why.
what triggers it. But I didn't think about him hitting you during the cutscene. That's just not fair.
Yeah. Anyways.
And that's gonna be a GG's for Kit. As
Very
Mont has
solid
finished up
showing.
Valhalla and quite possibly off to Hyrule then himself. Yeah, really pretty solid run there from Kit. Another classic Earth Temple owl. Love to see it. And we are joined by our victor Kitcot himself. Welcome, welcome.
Yo.
GG's.
What is up, GG's? Yeah, that was. I think I've definitely played way worse, so I'm not gonna be mad at myself. However, I think that this seed for me I definitely had my moments, and also I just want to talk about how dry that late game was. Like that, those bracelets and hookshot were just like, bro, I swear to God.
Last location. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the early game was so freaking stacked. Like, when I talk about that. The early game was nuts.
Yeah. It's like, I think I was looking at my tracker, and I was like, had like 40 checks left. I was only like 5 items from go mode. I'm like, okay, this is a situation I'm rarely in. So.
You play SSR, you're used to the casinos.
Oh yeah, no, well, that game is even worse. You'll flipping like skip half the checks in that game sometimes. At least you used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's yeah, it do be what it do be. I think that like, I think routing wise, I think most of the stuff that I did made sense. There's probably like, if I actually probably thought about it and like analyzed things, I could probably have picked some things I could have done better. But overall, I think I didn't waste too much time. I do find it weird how I end up doing Northern Fairy like an hour and 20 in.
We're wondering about that.
And then, of course, it's Moblin's letter that sends you straight back.
Yep. So the rationale
It's
behind
just-
that was, I think at the time I had Bow, and so I could have done that, or I could have done Cyclos.
Sure.
The reason why I went for Cyclos was because of that Sea to Jalhalahin. I couldn't remember if that had already been resolved or not. But just in case it hadn't, right, I went for it anyway because, well, it's like, I guess, like, even if it had been resolved, it's entirely possible that, like, that resolution might not have actually been like what it was hinted. Maybe there's like multiple items on Jaha. But either way, I couldn't remember, so I went for it anyway. And I was like, oh, it's Windfall. I'll come back here soonish and do Northern Fairy. That little did I know, I'd be like an hour and 20 in, and I'd be just doing it then.
Sure.
But yeah.
Hey, it do be that way. And that's the thing. You get such a stacked early game. There's really no, there's nothing that's pulling you that strongly back to Windfall when you've got stuff elsewhere to do.
Yep.
Like,
With
you
no
look-
pictos.
Oh no, but yeah, you look at like the bottom half of my tracker. It's just all blue, and then like like what else are you gonna do? It just kind of makes sense.
Also,
Also-
dang, Mont trying to show the
Yo.
dabbing Dark Nut, but they did not want to cooperate.
What's up, Mont?
I saw it, Mont.
Welcome
Also,
in.
GG's, Mont.
Hello.
Welcome on in.
I don't know what's going on because that was 10 minutes ago and I live in the present.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
And let me open that up because I don't even remember what you were talking about.
You're just trying to get the dabbing dark nut to fall, but he didn't bite today.
Yeah, I mean,
He didn't aggro you, I guess.
I was glad for him. Like, for once, that guy doesn't die for his job.
He's having a good day today. He's having a good day, you know? Good for him.
Yeah.
I respect it. I respect it.
The best of days for that dark nut. And the dark nut days out, you know. Now that guy gets to go home to his dark nut family and just have a dark nut whole time with all of them.
Oh lord. How'd you find the seed, Ma? How do you feel like it went for you?
It was a little strange to be like, okay, so is my go mode gonna be the hook shot or the power bracelets? That was the kind of the kicker at the end. I was like, okay, it still hasn't showed up. Then I go to Bomb Island, find my last shard, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's going on. It's a battle between these two.
You're like, that's real. That's Well, and then it's funny too because I feel like you both were kind of like you got that pair. You both went to Outset Ferry first because of course, and you got the pair, and it's just like, well, actually, that could be helpful. Like,
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's not, you know,
Didn't
of
have
all
to
the
spend
crap
any-
items for it to be, at least it was, you know,
I didn't have to spend
marginally
any of my
useful.
hard-earned cash on some pairs. The game just kind of gave
Right.
it to me.
I mean, I did do some strange deals today, like buying a rupee that's worth 100 for 20, and then trading 201 rupees for 10. Trust me, guys, I know how crypto works.
This is honestly Mont, that does sound like how crypto works.
It is.
Let's be honest.
All right.
Oh, but by the way, yeah, Go with ET. Yeah, that was right.
Pretty
Go
good
mode
game. I
ET.
love to get to go mode ET. I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
I've had to go with EDT like a bunch of times very recently, and you know, it's always a good thing to see when you get to do it. So you know.
It was
The unhinted Baron. Although I guess as we did find out, it had a Picto box.
Yeah.
Nice.
That I just want to rant a little bit. That Keese just yeeted me into oblivion. I have never seen that happen before.
Oh, you had a problem
Oh,
with
really?
keys.
Yeah.
My problem was with Astolfos that
Sometimes.
didn't respect boundaries.
That's true.
As
that's
they
true.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like
You're not the best at that.
So I was gonna go out of bounds. I think right as the probably frame that I got out of bounds, like the frame that Link was falling, the way it was out of bounds, I didn't have belief. I'm pretty sure the keys just hit me and I just went
It's
Yeah.
a little known fact. Those keys actually have chest storage. They can follow you there if they want.
I have heard people say they had a key clip out of bounds once and wreck them out there. I've never seen that, but I believe it could happen.
Deserved for cheating.
But yeah, that is
Good
the
bonus reckoning.
less common, but
How
still
about-
I've seen where it's right as you're clipping out of bounds, one of the keys just finally figures out how to AI path correctly and just rolls you. At least there's the backup chest.
Yeah, the backup chest is pretty good. I got storage really strangely from that chest in one seed. You know, you're supposed to drop the bomb on top of the chest. I threw it, and somehow that little alcove is exactly the right size for the bomb to go on the wall, bounce back to you, push you off from the chest, and you can get storage that way.
I'm gonna have to
Interesting.
try that. See if I can intentionally do that. Just for style points.
The
from now on.
swag, yeah, the style.
Yeah.
points, oh my
If you can
God.
get that consistently, think how cool that shit.
Oh,
That
they
is
do. They do a sort of
ultimate.
thing like that in HD, where on top of one of the crypts, they blow with the leaf, and then it like drops the bomb in the perfect spot. So as you ledge grab, it ends up where you need it to be to do a bomb clip to get out of bounds. But that's, I guess, neither here nor there.
By the way, I'm
Look up
just
HD Earth Temple.
gonna say something right now. I get really stubborn around that part about finishing with full soup. So please enjoy.
You're saving your soup for Wind Waker 2.
Yeah.
I see.
Get
Coming soon,
really
any day now,
stubborn.
right? Any
Yep.
day.
Any minute now.
Any minute now.
Nintendo Direct tomorrow.
Oh man.
It's here, everybody.
Wind Waker 2. That's the one where there's no ocean. And then, no, that's the one with, there's another ocean. Then Wind Waker 3 is the one with trains, for some reason.
Exactly. Well, unfortunately, this was, in fact, a loser's bracket side match.
It was.
So
It was.
this is as I'm sure obviously you know, but for anyone in the audience, yeah. So this was Mott's last race. So very much GG's, and very fun race to watch. And we have Kitcot moving on. We do not know yet your opponent. It's going to either be Tweedo or Tanji. No, Tanjo or Tweety. Who were going to have one of their races, but unfortunately there was a power issue.
Tanjo got Tweety's power.
Yeah, Tanjo got called a hit in on Tweety's power, and that race will be played in the future. So might be a little bit before we know your next opponent, but.
And I knew 10-minute delay was something, but now this several days delay, that's something else.
Racing has been struggling a bit today, so.
Yeah. Maybe that also just helps alleviate for sure. But
yeah, not
PG
gonna lie.
down for a month in the past.
Yeah, month of the past, who decided to drink soup before killing it because soup. I'm soup gold.
Gotta take advantage.
Yeah.
Get full use out of that soup. All right, well, I guess as we're watching you finish, it's a good time. Any final thoughts from either one of you, just about the seed, or looking forward to the bracket for you, Kit? What you're thinking about?
I think that I've been kind of staring at my bracket ever since I kind of got the seed. Like, I'm 14th in the tournament, which is absolutely insane, and I'm definitely happy with the outcome of the seeding race. However, it has appeared just kind of out of chance that I do indeed have a difficult bracket, and like I knew my winners bracket run was going to be hard, and I'm in the losers bracket run. I can tell it's going to be equally as hard. Like, I can tell I've got some tough opponents coming up. So it's going to be very interesting. Although I am here for it. I am here for.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. This tournament is just stacked in general. So
that's true. This is a good top 24. Yeah.
This is one thing I've said all the time. Is that I think the fact that we're getting really close matchups in winner bracket round 2 and really early on. Honestly, just goes to show that just how much the skill thing is raised in this game. And I can say as where I am right now, I'm looking at most of the opponents in the top 24 bracket in general, and I cannot say I will confidently beat most of them. It's insane, and I'm very much here for the exciting and close races that are going to be. I'm sure in my bracket, but also all across the top 24.
I'm getting stubborn.
Oh yeah, so we took another hit. We're drinking again. Is that what that means, Mont?
Yep.
We're finishing with the extra damage. Gosh dang it! It's gonna.
We're finishing souped up, guys. We're finishing with soup.
As it should be. As it should be.
Oh, look at that guy drinking soup. Must love it.
Get
over here, Purple Ganon. Let's go. Yeah, stick to your principles, right, Mont?
Yeah. Look at that. You can't roll that way without drinking soup, man. You're not round enough. The soup makes you a sphere.
You're not round enough.
Drinking from a share-sized bottle.
Well, look at that guy. Never drank soup. He jumps way too fast.
All I'm saying is you didn't take damage when you hit light arrow. He did.
Yeah.
It's a soup diff.
Soup diff.
Damn.
GG's.
I'm not gonna lie. When I qualified for this tournament, I was just happy to qualify. That was my victory of the year, So yeah.
Healthy approach, yeah.
I think it's been since season 3 since I've been in the main bracket, and that was because season 3 only had one bracket. But yeah, that was just great fun. Play Wind Waker again. Try some new settings. And by new settings, I mean a special blend of some things that we did in the past.
Well, only so many options, right? But...
Yeah. For one season stuck with ivory chests because they're the last new thing we haven't done.
Yeah.
Can't wait for season 13.
I'm a happy boy. The name of my character showed up on screen for like a second.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you
Paul Hood.
who is
What's that?
yeah who is that?
I think it's not even the first time I answered that. Paul Hood is a French Canadian actor slash game show host, I'd say.
Okay, gotcha.
Basically, he's known for
And
really
personal
liking
friend of
hockey.
yours, right?
Oh, I wish, man. I wish. Yeah, followed as security is mentioning him in chat. I have to modify his name a little so it fits.
That makes sense.
So it's like a street name after him. It's the Paul Oud.
Gotcha.
I get it.
I'll send a picture.
I appreciate it.
I'll send a
do get it.
picture in the Discord for the people that are just curious. But he's an old man. He's known for just like knowing literally everything about most subjects. The guy's an encyclopedia. But yeah, thanks, kids, for ending my suffering.
That's one way to put it.
I can go back to not playing this game.
Yeah, no worries. Always happy to help.
And here's the thing.
What we got coming up here, Xenu? I think
we
got
got
more races today, even.
They may not be restreamed, but starting in approximately a few minutes, we've got Phoenix versus Zenki Challenge Cup second match. If Zenki wins, they move on. Challenge Cup losers bracket round 1. And then at 6, we have the game 2 of Tuberman versus Rick Schmitty. We're trying to get that one restreamed. We're missing some trackers, so if you want to help out and help track, we've got the racing Discord, which I'll plug right here, and you can do exactly what our trackers did today, Kinian and Josephine. If you want to help out. Also, thanks to our commentators, Alex and Claire, and the rate. I would send you off to the race, but it hasn't started yet, so not seeing any Wind Waker people live in my follow list, so we can send you guys off to someone who's doing some OTR in my follow list. So
it's like Wind Waker in the past.
Yeah, it's like Wind Waker, only worse.
Yeah.
It has the same amounts of dimensions, but less polygons.
Yeah, but we're gonna go say hi to HoloLogic, because I don't see the other ZSRs live. They're doing their league race for OTR. Coming up tomorrow, we have on the Wind Waker side of things, we have Blue Sean versus Inquisition at 3 p.m. Eastern, and at 4 p.m. Eastern we have Tanjo versus Tweety, and then we have nothing till next Saturday. So we're gonna be a little Wind Waker deprived during the week, but there are certainly other things going on during the week. Actually, there aren't. I lied. The schedule says there's nothing Tuesday to Friday. So that's all we got going on in the near future is the Tanjo race and the Inquisition coming up. So that's going to be it from us. We are going to head out, and I'll send you over to Call Logic doing that OTR race. Bye.